Hey everyone, Lensmanoz here and welcome to Future's Edge, episode 33. How's everyone doing today? I am still working on getting a flight mechanic. Now Landstryder's suggestion was the glider with the travel upgrade on your sword, because obviously with the travel upgrade you can kind of teleport around. And sorry, my game's a little bit laggy. I've just logged in. It's still being a little bit funky. Things loading in the background. But that's not really flight, because the glider's one thing, but it just allows you to glide. It doesn't allow you to hover. So I'm going to continue working on this jetpack to see what it's like, because I've never tried it out. So here's the rolling machine. Let's pick that back up, because we realised in the last episode that it's required to be on the second level. So you can see here on the holo projector I've got it set up as rolling machine, and it tells you all the stuff that you need to make a rolling machine. So obviously we need a rolling machine. There's one there. We need it says a creative power input or a power input, so we're not cheating. So a power input plug, which is that one. A motor, 2 input hatches, 6 machine structures, 1 fluid input hatch, 2 copper coils, and 2 output hatches. So copper coils, motor, output hatches, inputs, machine structures, etc. Now I did suggest we're going to build this up here. I don't really have any use for these buildings, except for villagers to live in. So I don't know whether to knock it out and put it up here or what. Wherever we put it, we need to get power to it. I mean, we could almost build it up on the roof up here. Let's do that. Let's take out this bit. Oh, it really is laggy today. I do apologise for this. It shouldn't be this laggy. Grab all that stuff. Got them all. Woo! The joys of the travel setup. Problem is, I'm not sure what height this is set at, so we might end up building something on top here and not being in the right spot. Alright, okay, so that'll do, and then we've got the ability to bring power in here. I might move it over a little bit. Not there. Yeesh. About there. Or I could rotate it around and then bring the power straight off this side. Let's do that. So we can bring power straight into this piece. Cool. Alright, so let's build this thing. So we're going to want the power input, which goes there. We need a fluid input here. Output hatches go here and here. I think input hatches go on the next level up, so let's swap this out and put the machine structure one. Oops. Like that. The copper coils. And the motor. I don't know if it matters which way this goes down, it might. Let's just... we'll see what happens. So next level up is what we need. So I just, scroll wheel. So we want our machine structure there. Rolling machine, input, input. Oh, there's the other one. Trying to work out, it said 6. All right. There we go. And right click on the thing and we have a rolling machine. That looks pretty nifty. All right, so this rolling machine, the problem is I'm trying to remember what we needed the rolling machine for. That sounds really terrible. So let's get, I was thinking, do we have in here? We do. We do. I wonder whether it might be an idea. I don't know if I've got prismarine. Whether it's worth making a couple of power cells. Let's go and have a bit of a look. So there's no prismarine in there. Is there any in here? That's cool. We can make the basic ones. So let's make these ones simple power cells. Oh, maybe we can't. It'll require machine frames, and Landstryder is really nasty in here and makes machine frames cost a packet. So we need electrical steel. I need 8 electrical steel, 4 steel mechanical components. 4 of them. I've got a feeling this is full actually, because it, yeah, must be full. So electrical steel. So we're going to need 9 coal powder, 9 silicon, 9 steel. Silicon. Spelling. Oh wow, put your hand on the keyboard in the right spot. So let's get this iron out of here. I was cooking up some iron and I was cooking up some tin and nickel. So I had thrown a stack of iron ore into the sag mill, and I was just getting some materials, because making these parts, and I probably should show you that. I remember it's in that libvault thing while we're waiting for this stuff to process, because we're not getting really what we need. So those parts that we made, so the input hatch requires the machine structure and a chest. Machine structure is just some iron rods and iron plates. Output hatch is the other way around, so chest on top, chest underneath. Fluid input is another one of those machine structures, and then this liquid fuel tank, which is steel rods and steel plates. Fluid output again, other way around. Power input requires these batteries. And the batteries are made from tin plates, iron rods, and redstone. So I processed up a bunch of tin and that through the plate machine over, or the immersive engineering press. I processed a bunch of stuff and got all the plates and that, so I could make those bits and pieces that I made before. Lots of flint. Come on. And I know I could probably just pull this out of here now and do this and hopefully get some silicon. Cool, that's enough. Let's throw that in there. 3. I've realised one of the bonuses to my microphone now no longer being on my headset is that I can actually drink coffee while I'm recording. Small wins. Small wins. Right. I'm going to throw that back in there anyway. Let's get our electrical steel cooking up. Cool. I haven't been over to the mining age to kick off the quarry yet, but I think something I need to work on is potentially an automated set up for our ores. So I'm wondering whether it might be worth making another SAG mill, another alloy smelter. Putting them over in that room over here. Over in here somewhere, maybe? I don't know. Getting power to them is the issue I have. And just having the applied energistic system output to them so that we're processing all that stuff. Now something I would need to do there though is probably get this key and lock all my drawers. I love that feature. Where you can just right click on the controller and it locks all your drawers, anything that's connected to it. I mean, we've got a lot of junk in here though. Yeah, why is there this one dirt? But because I've locked the drawer, now we've got capsicum in there or something. I don't know. Probably means our chest out the back's getting full. Because it's got nowhere to go, or that could be why the... I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe this one's full. Okay. Skeleton skull. Next question. Why is this working? Alright, so that's there. And again, I've got to remember why I made that. But let's get our electrical steel. There we go. So we need to make power set. Just the simples. Oh, I knew I wouldn't have another one of them. It's always got to be something, right? One power cell. Got everything but. Do I still have it set up in here? I do. 1, 2, 3. Oh, need some more. What? Treated sticks? No? Stone. Need some more stone. Do a stone in here? I do. There we go. I probably should look at auto crafting at some point because this stuff is quite annoying. There we go. Like that. And then we want to make another one of these. Cool, and we want to make a linking card. And I don't have paper. Okay, cool. Oh. See, that's what I mean. It goes a little bit far. I mean, the glider would help me. Alright, so let's put... Like, I know we've got dimensional transceiver here, but I was kind of looking at whether or not this is cheaper to run the cell or whether it's better to make a dimensional transceiver. But just for this setup, I think we just run with the cell. So we send this to in. I'm gonna do a link. No, let's go link. Right. And then I'm going to put this here. Put the cell in the... No? Why are you doing this? Unlinked. Link ID 73. Okay, weird. Do I need another card? I do. Duh. Oh goodness. Let's make another one. Getting a little bit confused here. So I need to now go whichever one has the card in it. You need to be linked. Yep, excellent. I've used these heaps in Fullcraft too, so I'm not sure why I'm derping this up. And this needs to be set to out. So this now has power. Cool. So let's go back to what we were doing this for. So jetpack. It's a little nifty thing here. So we're going to require 2 fire charges, 2 levers, string, steel plate, low pressure tanks. So low pressure tanks, as you can see here, need the rolling machine with iron sheets. So 2 iron sheets. And iron sheets come from iron plates. So we're going to need 4 iron plates, which I might have in the system. Get rid of some of our stuff here. Okay. I managed that. Anyway. So let's go in. Okay, so input hatch is here. So that's a fluid one. Which one's the input? These? So apparently I go... That's output. Why does it say input on the thing? Will this automatically just know what it's got to do? Or do I need to set it up in here? You're on. Oh, it probably needs fluid, doesn't it? And that's either a lag spike or a crash. What do you need? A rolling machine needs iron sheets, so maybe it needs a... Oh yeah, H2O, look, needs water. Interesting. Bucket. Do I have any buckets in the system? Probably not. Oh look, buckets. Let's just grab some water. Can I grab it out of here? Yep. Okay. Now will you work? Yep, looks like it. So it needs water to do its thing. Quite slow. But it looks like we've got enough power. This is putting out 1250 RF tick, that's fine. Over here in the output hatch, we've got an iron sheet. Which one's shooting? Can never tell anymore. Oh, it's that one over there. See the skelly taking hits. So obviously for the jetpack we're going to need some sort of fuel. So that's going to be our next setup, is getting fuel for this. So this will give us the ability to make our tanks. So we've got 2 sheets so far. They are really nice looking models too. Alright, so let's have a bit of a look at this thing. I'm guessing that we're going to need to make something to make fuel. So I think it's like the electrolyzer and the chemical reactor that we're going to need. So we've got a lot more stuff to make. Cutting machine, crystallizer, with a cat. Meow. Electrolyzer is going to require a bunch of stuff too. No friendly cats. Be helpful if it actually shoot it. Come on, shoot. Ah. It's funny how it gets its health back. Ah. very nasty of you. Oh, go away, cat. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Maybe? Oh no. Haven't taken really any damage. Just clean out this again. Alright, just quickly head inside for a second. I want to put this and this in here. Maybe that. Let that cook up. Again, get rid of some more junk, which means the system's full. Alright. And I noticed this bug sort of with the doors happens because of this mod, I think. Alright, are you done? Cool. How much water's... Oh, really? Gotta stop holding that in my hand. How much water's there? Let's use like 4/10 of a bucket. I don't know if I need to do it like that or what, but that should be making... Oh, that's quick. Nothing in that output edge. Here we go. So we've got our 2 low pressure tanks. Oh wow. Everything's a little bit derpy. Okay. So this is all set up to now do the electrolyzer. So we're going to need an electrolyzer and a few other bits and pieces. So let's oh. Maybe this one's out of ammo. It shouldn't be. You got 10 stacks. You're fine. Missed him. Alright, let's look into the next piece. Let's see if we can make the jetpack for a start. I don't know if we can. Fire charges are the thing we need to look at. Oh, awesome. And now the system's full. Can I make fire charges? Yes. Need a couple of levers. One jetpack, which now needs fuel. So here's our jetpack, and I'm guessing if we get into it, it'll be a case of it needing rocket fuel. Maybe I can't even wear it. Maybe it needs to go on the at advanced. It might need to go onto the spacesuit. That's cool. We can start looking at making the spacesuit. Or I just do what Landstryder said and use the sword with the glider. So to make rocket fuel, we're going to need a tank of oxygen and a tank of hydrogen in a chemical reactor. And to get the tank of hydrogen, we're going to need the electrolyzer. So I guess that's what we need to work on next, is those 2 things. So as we saw in here, it's set to electrolyzer. I'm going to need a bunch more stuff. So how do we make the electrolyzer? It would be quicker for me to just type it, wouldn't it? There it is. Some basic circuits, some steel plates. That doesn't look that bad. Let's check it out. It's here somewhere, wasn't it? Oh, it's all moved. So we're going to need one of these. So I'm going to need some more copper powder. Copper. I really need to stop like... Go away. Gotta stop holding that. Just doesn't do what I need. Alright. One of them. I can't put it in there. One of them. I'm going to need a cutting machine before I go any further. So let's switch what we need to do to a cutting machine. Need some gold powder. Might be some in this copper. Yes, excellent. Two more steel gears. All right, so this is very, very steadily falling down a rabbit hole. Apologies for the cut there. I needed to sneeze and my mute button didn't work. So I've had to trim a little bit of the episode out, but that's cool. Okay, we actually need a precision assembler. And then we need a cutting machine. And then we need other stuff. So I'm going to need to make another one of these steel gears. I need to make another one of these. I need to make another one of these. What am I missing? Wooden slab. Right. And then that's the cutting machine. No, we need another one of these doobies. Oh, I have steel plates already. Yikes. We seem to use a lot of them. So I'll head over here and just throw another bit in. What am I running in here? Plates, cool. You can see here I've added a hopper. Just to enable me to throw things in there and then walk away. Yeah, this just makes things a little easier. Let's grab that steel plate. Oof. Lag. Alright, so this, and I do realise that I'm just making the base machines here and I will need to make the other bits and pieces, but this is, you know. So what have we got? We've got precision assembly, cutting machine. And this is just to get certain pieces. So precision assembly is what we need to make first. So we'll need to change this to precision assembly machine. And then it's going to tell us what we need. 20 machine structures. Need 2 motors. Wow. As I said, rabbit hole. It really is just... Welcome to your rabbit hole. Motor. I'm not doing that. Well, that was interesting. You can go in there, I think. Motor. So we're going to need a couple of these. That's how you make the copper coils. Very, very easy. Need steel plates and steel rods. So that's a good thing I started making those steel plates up. Two motors. 20 machine structure. Power input. Power input. Two glass, 2 copper coils. A ton of machine structures. Input, output. So I probably need to do an input and an output. Yeah, because you see here it says machine structure or output hatch or input hatch or creative input, blah, blah, blah. So it just means you can have multiple inputs and outputs. So if I do one input, one output, and then the rest is machine structures, we need to make some more of these. Really? I need more iron plates. Time for 64 iron plates, I think. All right. And I think what I'm going to do, so we're pretty much at the wrapping up point. So very steadily, just so you know, I made a fluid tank here so I can continue making more of this. We're at the wrapping up point. I'm going to continue. I'm going to make all the things I need for all these machines. So I'm going to make the precision assembler. I'm going to make a cutter. I'm going to make the electrolyzer and the chemical reactor. I'll make all the bits and pieces I need. It's going to take me a while, and you guys don't need to see all that on camera. So I'm going to do all that off camera, make all the bits and pieces, and maybe I'll set them up somewhere. I'm not sure where. I mean, I don't need them all sitting up on a roof. That was just me being a little silly. So I might even move this machine. Maybe we'll make an area up somewhere. But yeah, next episode we'll get in and we'll make all these machines and get them all put up and ready to go and see if we can make this rocket fuel, because it is something that I'm just mucking around with really, because it's not in the book. It's not a quest. But I do need to kill the dragon, and I want to be able to fly to kill the dragon. So if this rocket pack works, if the jetpack works, great. If it doesn't, then we've done a bit of advanced rocketry for no reason. So wrapping up, thank you all for watching. Please leave your comments in the section below, and I hope you join me in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you later.